There is a video going around at the moment. I actually saw it on the TikTok for Channel 4 News about Charlotte Nichols, the Labour MP, who got up in front of Parliament and spoke about her experiences of being raped, but also of the kind of court process and the timescales involved in that. Now, I would recommend that you kind of go and look for it. I did try and stitch the video, the stitches were unavailable. I'm not really surprised, to be fair, but I do agree with everything that she brought up there, as I have had similar happen to myself. I kind of wanted to come on and share the numbers, the kind of length of time I had to actually wait when in a similar situation. Now, in regards to the case itself, it's slightly different because for me it was actually domestic abuse. So, although there were rape charges, there were also physical assault charges included. I was the victim. From the date that that man was arrested, which was the 7th of July 2019, it was actually a grand total of, and I had to work this out, 1,188 days before we got to the end of that trial and there was a verdict found. Now, he was actually found not guilty of those crimes, which to me that just completely made me lose any faith in the justice system, respect for the police, the courts system. I had an abominable, absolutely horrendous time going through that whole trial. The trial itself was actually, I don't really have the words, it's very difficult to kind of verbalise it. That's why I tend to write more about what happened. It's easier for me to kind of write these things than it is to actually sit here and talk about it. It was one of the worst things I've ever experienced. I have actually said this to people in the past where sometimes the process of going through the trial, the length of time, the things that actually happened during the trials when I was actually given kind of testimony in court, some of that was actually worse to experience than the abuse that had inspired it, that we had gotten there because of in the first place. It was a horrible experience. I absolutely hated it. It also put me off ever reporting anything else that had happened. So I completely lost faith in the police, in the justice system, in the court system. That man is free and he is remarried. He is walking the streets. Actually lives in the same town that I still live in. That's why I write. That's kind of why I write stories. But yeah, 1,188 days from the day he was arrested till the day there was a verdict in court by jury. That is how long it took, which is shocking. It's disgusting.